Let's move on to 1988. Sleepaway Camp II, Unhappy Campers. Summary. Angela, supposedly reformed and living under an assumed surname, is working at a summer camp. However, when the campers start misbehaving, she soon reverts to her old ways. Directed by Michael A. Simpson, who did the third one, Teenage Wasteland. They filmed these back to back. Boom, boom. I think it was like 8 months for both of them. So, written by Fritz Gordon, who also wrote the third one. Do you have information, Jason?
I do. Tagline, and they thought it was just another ghost story. Distributed by Artisan Entertainment, and out on Scream Factory in 2015, which I had to go on Amazon real quick just to look up the year. I couldn't remember what year it came out. And I just happened to look, and it must be out of print because they're wanting $149
Oh, wow.
for it right now. So,
shit.
Yeah.
No
It's
way.
expensive. But cast highlights, you got Pamela Springsteen, who is Bruce Springsteen's sister, and Renée Estevez, who is Emilio Estevez's sister, and Charlie Sheen's sister. We just saw her in Intruder not too long ago. The only notable trivia I noticed on IMDb about this movie was that it's Chris Jericho's favorite slasher. Which that fun fact led me to wonder things like, I wonder what Coco Beware's favorite zombie movie is, or Diamond Dallas Page's favorite, what he thinks about the Evil Dead remake. You know, like I just want to know what wrestlers think about horror movies now.
I did when I was looking at IMDb earlier. I saw that same thing, and I was like, that was one of those things I was going to bring into it. Like, hey, I need to bring that up.
It's just why would that be in the trivia? Epic fucking mullets in this movie. There's two prolific mullets. I don't remember the characters' names because I don't remember any of their names. I love how they cut to the opening credits. Angela cuts off a girl's tongue, and then it just kicks right into some slap ass late 80s
for a title screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, I don't like this version of Angela. What happened? Where did she get all these fucking social skills? Where in the first movie she says what, like fucking 3 things or something? You know, like
almost.
It's
she
a complete
used to be
different.
Shy. She said she used to be shy.
Well, this version is annoying.
I don't know where she got it from, though.
There's a reason she was shy.
Also, the camp itself seems like it is a camp populated solely by camp counselors. Right. It seems like a camp.
Where's the kids at?
It seems like a camp of camp counselors, camp counseling, camp counselors.
It's much. Kids
everybody's
cost too much.
Everybody's like 30 years old, 20 years old. You know, I don't know.
They're just looking to party.
And this is the one I remember the chainsaw issue with, but I remembered it totally wrong. I thought the chainsaw was running, but they didn't include the sound. There's sound, but it's not going at all. It's just, it's still. Yeah. And then
they didn't really chop off their leg.
What? It just, you could see it wasn't
this
moving.
Movie sucks.
You could just see it wasn't moving. It was a close-up of the saw. It was like
time, like people that are supposed to be dead bodies, you can clearly see them moving.
Oh yeah, they're blinking and shit.
Yeah.
But also there's this sex scene, and Martha was watching it with me, and she's like, "What is going on over there?" Because it was like they're in the bathroom, and they're struggling. They're knocking shit on the floor. They've got a boombox and candles, and they knock over a 6-pack of Comet, which I've never seen in my fucking life. Where do you get that? But they end up like on the toilet, like he's like eating out her stomach or something. I don't know what they were doing. Weird, craziest physical action I've ever seen. And I don't know if they were intoxicated on the half a bottle of wine they had, or if they were just intoxicated with passion. You know, like
they're teenagers. They're just horny.
Like 35.
The scene where Angela stabs Allie and is like forcing her into the toilet, the outhouse, with the stick. That's the most disturbing kill in this movie for me, and I think it's because it took so long, and there was like shit and leeches on her, and it really took forever. It was like a long struggle. But that girl, you see her at the end when all the bodies are in that cabin, which means Angela exhumed her body from that outhouse. And I want that scene. I don't know why it's not in there. I got to see it physically. How? Also, I don't think a face full of battery acid would kill a man. Thoughts on that? That dude goes right down. Battery, it would burn you. Oh yeah, it would suck. He's done.
Yeah.
It's like it just
Yeah.
gave
I feel
up.
like you're being very critical
It's
Yeah.
because
of Sleepaway Camp 2.
it's because I should like this.
You don't?
I like it. I gave it a 6.
I keep waiting for you to say, but I love it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough. As much as you got to realize, I hate Pamela Springsteen as this character. So I enjoyed everything that happens enough, the campiness of it, the schlockiness of it, enough to bring it up to a 6 when it really should be like a 3 because I hate her. So I think that if they would have just gave her the direction to act a little bit more like the character should act, there's no reason for this terribly annoying person to be. It's not like they don't need to change her characteristics. They don't need to change her characteristics enough to like be like trying to sneak something in on you. They let you know she's killing people every time she kills somebody. They show her. So it's not like in the first one where I don't know, fuck it. I'll give it a 6, but who's next?
I'll go. This film needs a little bit of redemption. 80s slasher, summer camp setting. That's my comfort food. You got campfire, scary stories, woods, fog. There's some eerie music playing. It's a little silly. It's definitely a little bit more over the top silly than the first one. But it's fun. It's entertaining. They let you know the killer right from the get go. There's no cat and mouse, no red herring. You sit back and just enjoy it. Lots of boobs. There's even the titty patrol or whatever they call the boys. So, they kind of throw out and this is also the reason why I avoided this movie forever, because on the cover they have a girl who I don't think is even in this movie.
No, she's a model because Springsteen wasn't available that day.
So the hockey mask and the Freddy glove, like I just assumed like this was just a parody making fun of it. I don't know. I just avoided this for whatever reason.
I like how they use those in the movie.
But yeah. I like how they kind of mixed that in here. Decent effects. Okay acting. I know you don't like Angela. It definitely is night and day from the Angela in the first one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It didn't bother me. I don't know. Just didn't bother me.
I guess I liked her in the first one. I have liked her. I probably shouldn't have liked her, but I liked her.
No, I think everyone's.
You had sympathy for her.
Yeah.
I don't have any sympathy or empathy for her. I hate her. I wanted somebody to kill her.
It is so different where it almost feels like it's not a sequel. Like it has nothing to do with the first one. Like it's just kind of a standalone slasher that they just mention. Just throw a couple things in there.
Yeah,
that can take you back to the first one. But
and they even tried to kind of erase the whole sex thing of the whole thing. Like they're like, oh well, yeah, she's a woman now. Like she had a sex change,
certainly not. It's not brought up for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like this movie. I like this franchise, or at least the first 3. I give it a 7. What do you think, John?
All right, so. I'm with Frank on this one. She was so annoying. Like, I'm getting the size. Like it was. I wanted to really like it. This was probably only the second time I've seen it, because I just wasn't impressed the first time. So this came out in what, 88, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the slasher genre was dying. So they're like, what can we resurrect? Sleepaway Camp 2. Awesome. Cool. That movie was crazy in, what was that, 82? The
Yeah.
80s, I
The
can't remember
first
what
one?
year.
Yeah, that sounds right. 82 or 84. Can't remember.
I feel like it was real early in the 80s. But anyways, it didn't really do much for me. They tried to, because it was 88, obviously you saw the hockey mask. You had your 80s Titans, Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers, but not as much. They killed with a glove. What else? The outhouse kill.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, all that. The outhouse kill was cool. It was way too long, though. It was way too long. The gurgling was funny, though.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Yeah, she kept gurgling, but not
Yeah.
scream. What did she scream? I felt like she stopped screaming at one point, but still gurgled.
Yeah, she gurgled for a little
I feel like
while.
there's no way. Yeah, I feel like there's no way she
an
would stop
annoying
screaming.
amount of time.
That was some bad
Yeah.
audio mixing there. For
Yeah.
real.
I thought the editing was crappy. There was absolutely no tension in the film at all. Like, they were just trying to make a Johnny Carson serial killer.
Yeah, they were showcasing killings or kills. So
She's not Norman Bates, for crying out loud. I didn't feel sorry for her. Like, she was a lunatic. I gave this one, obviously she was a lunatic, duh. But I mean, she
was a Looney Tune, is what she was.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's score and review is you went into this movie thinking it was going to be a serious good slasher.
No, I remember. I've seen this before.
Okay, all right.
But
I wasn't
honestly, dude, replace her with fucking Jake. Anybody.
When you bring him in,
because he was the first person I looked at on my screen. But anybody. Just make the character
I
not
would have killed it in the role.
Not a fucking Looney Tune. Why are you gonna make this girl so? And the fact that this camp is so small. What is it? 12 fucking people in a room?
Yeah, there is not a lot of people there,
and
at all.
No kids.
Sending people.
No
home,
kids. Yeah.
And there's never an investigation or paperwork or anything. It's just she sent them home in the middle of the night. Okay, on what? We're on the bus that comes and picks kids up here. What the fuck? Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly, I gave this one a 4. She really brought it down for me. If it could have been anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been anyone else.
I liked it. She was cute and bubbly. I liked it.
Please understand, I thought she was cute, and I really like.
Not Angela. She shouldn't be playing Angela's character.
Right? No. Fun fact: Pamela was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She was the cheerleader next to Kelly Maroney in that one scene at the pep rally. If you've ever seen that.
Yeah, evidently she did a lot of photo work for Bruce's albums. So. Cool, fun facts.
And it shows.
Jake, did you have any thoughts on this?
I'm actually going to, and to some point, agree with Jason a little bit. And Jason kind of said something earlier. I think one of the biggest issues that this had was the name. Where I think if it had been any other name, it probably would go, as a kind of a good, decent, camp movie, but because of it being a sequel to such a good movie with a great twist, it not having that twist kind of takes it away. But I mean, it's one that is entertaining if you go into it with a kind of a clear mind and you're not basing it off of the first one. I mean, it's a solid. I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7, but just for sheer enjoyment. But like you guys all said, she's her trying to play a character that is completely different than the one from the first. It takes you out of it. But
I think you could have called Pamela Springsteen's character a Denise Belinda. Exactly. I still wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like her.
Leslie.
I mean, it's just that if she's gonna act in that direction, I'm not gonna like it because I don't know. It can be done
You're
if you have the
comparing-
right combination of like that kind of bubbly thing, and then it just didn't work for me for whatever reason.
It's forced. It's forced. You can tell she's forcing it. You can tell it's
Oh,
unnatural.
she's trying
So,
hard.
yeah. So
She's
if
trying
you
to-
had just
she has no comedic timing whatsoever. To
And I
make
think
those
that's what they-
actors
if you had-
work.
The thing is that I think that one of the things I read
Who's
was
got all the
that,
talent in the family? John.
Yeah.
I think that the Felissa Rose, is that what her name is? I think
Yeah.
they said that she wouldn't be able to do some of the comedic lines, and I'm like, why would Angela have comedic
Right.
lines?
Yeah.
That doesn't make fucking sense. She wasn't.
They could- they
she
should have
wasn't
made
funny.
her-
Freddie has comedic lines.
Yeah.
Freddie
they could
has
have made her
comedic
come
lines.
out and not been so shy and not that
I
over
did
the
that.
top.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we're talking church camp levels.
It's still a good
of-
movie. Throw this movie in, even if this is one of those movies you just put on for like in the background. It's just, I don't know. I think
Mm.
it's fun. I had fun with this movie.
I will probably watch it again. I mean, shit, it's not that
I would think
terrible
so.
if I'm in the right mood. Like, because I've seen so many, like, every time I go and I'm like, I'm gonna watch a Friday the 13th. I'm like, damn, I've watched all these motherfuckers to death. You guys just buying all these new
watching
sets.
them.
You
Yeah.
guys
Keep
keep buying
watching
these new
them.
sets. I'm like, I've seen
Yeah.
that one. And I was
Getting
looking
ready to do another marathon.
I was-
Mhm.
I was looking
4 or
at
5
it
times a
today.
year.
Or not today, yesterday, and I was like, maybe I'll pop one of these in. And the only one that I was like, I haven't seen that one in a while was Manhattan, and I wasn't jumping on that boat.
I'll jump off that building.
It's
I'm
not
ready
bad
if
I'm in the
Jason
right
Goes to
mood.
Hell, I haven't watched that forever.
Yeah,
I hate
Oh,
that
love
movie.
Jason Goes to Hell.
because
It's
Jason,
Absolutely hate that movie.
I did. I have. I know those words have came out of my mouth before. So it's been forever. It's probably been 20 years,
yeah,
15 years, maybe.
yeah. There is that one scene in Jason Takes Manhattan with the drug guys, the heroin scene or whatever. I like that for whatever reason. I like it when he's in Manhattan. It's great. I love all that shit. But
You
anyways,
mean where he was supposed to be the whole time?
yeah, well, they couldn't afford it, John. It's real funny to me, though, that where's Camp Crystal Lake at? Michigan? Is that where it's supposed to be? Where's it at?
I thought it was supposed to be in New Jersey.
He takes
Yeah.
a boat to Manhattan, though, from wherever. There's like a direct line from Camp Crystal Lake to Manhattan.
They
I mean-
charter an ocean liner to just go
Yeah.
up the river a bit.
Yeah, anyways, that we can have that discussion on another day. We'll cover those movies again, I'm sure.